couple of years ago for the first time. And has been back ever since. Loves it, not far from, well, it is far, but it's in Louisiana is where he's from. My mom was born in Louisiana, so we're trying to become the first Louisiana native to win a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series main event. Jimmy Owens on the outside at the Nutrien Ag Solutions start zone. 25 laps for the Group B feature. Here we go. Out of turn number 2, battle for the lead down the back straightaway. It's Owens and Dillard. They run side by side into turn 3. Who's going to lead lap 1 off of turn 4? They're still side by side. Give it to the O-Show by a car length into 1. Dillard second, Alberson third, Davenport, Big Perm runs 5th. Out of turn number 2, Owens just way up there. He was fast time in Group B. He dominated his heat race. Right now out in front in the Rocket Vic Hill for Kohler Motorsports. Davenport back there, the winner here a couple of years ago. Big Perm battles, and meanwhile Dillard and Alberson going at it. New Mexico and Louisiana. Well, Alberson lived in Louisiana for a while when he was working for Ronnie Stuckey, who's here tonight. Black Diamond as they go out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. He was crew chief for Earl Pearson Jr. Meanwhile, Cade Dillard has picked up the pace. Good 3-car battle out of turn 4. Owens Dillard. Cade Dillard has a run at 97. Out at turn number 2, trying to become the 94th driver to win a Lucas Oil feature, and he's going to grab the lead at turn number 4. Nice move by Dillard. On lap number 5, your new race leader is Cade Dillard. Owens second, Alberson, Davenport, Wilson, Thor, Ebert, Moyer Jr. On the move in the 21 junior, driving his dad's car tonight for Keith Lawson Motorsports. Over to 9th, Kyle Beard runs 10th. Cade Dillard out at turn number 2. He has stretched it out already to 1 second. Well, he started on the outside of the front row, or he started on the pole rather, dropped back to about 3rd. Alberson got around him. He has recovered and he has gone to the lead with 7 complete for Dillard. Going to have a new Fear the Beard if he can come home with the win. Tyler Bruning won the opening. We got a Coleman Farms Racing caution on the front straightaway. We've got a right rear tire down on Corey Lawler. Well, he had a good starting spot in 8th, and Brandon Overton, an issue on 76. He goes to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. Well, Wesley, the Riggs Motorsports Longhorn factory car, 7th in the points. Brandon Overton, the Dude White 76 to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit.
It's been an eventful night for the Evans, Georgia driver. Big sexy Brandon Overton, right rear tire down on his Longhorn chassis. They go to work on it. Looks like a little bit of damage to the right rear quarter panel as well. You mentioned Corey Lawler also come to the hot bit area, right rear down for the 93 machine. Poncho Son's got some work to do as they'll have to restart deep in the field. Looking to get there, the tire just absolutely shredded for 76 of Brandon Overton. And Corey Lawler also in the hot bit area. They're working on his right rear tire. A little bit more damage to his right rear quarter panel. A little bit of damage as well to the spoiler. Not too much. Doesn't seem to be adjusting on anything else. And kind of the same thing for Lawler. That right rear tire absolutely shredded. Can't see any of the grooves on the tire for Brandon Overton. But Corey Lawler, I mean, it's not exactly just wear. It looks like he got up into the debris or maybe some contact with another car, cut both those tires. Overton off the hook. He will make his way back onto the racetrack.
Brandon Overton was running in 8th, Wesley. So right now, 7 in the books. It'll be Cade Dillard, Jimmy Owens, Garrett Alberson, Jonathan Davenport, Dalton Wilson, your top 5. Then it's Ricky Thornton Jr., Dan Ebert, Billy Moyer Jr., Kyle Beard, and Hayden Cowan. Early contender for the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger, Timothy Culp in the C8. Who started 20th. He's up to 7th, or 13th rather, up 7 spots in 7 laps. Well, Cade Dillard started on the pole, fell back. Alberson, I think, had him, got around him. May have fell back to 3rd at the most, but went from 3rd to the lead around Jimmy Owens. Looking for his first career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series to set himself up for a chance at his first Topless 100 victory here tomorrow night. At the Nutrien Solutions restart zone, everybody's back out on the track. Here we go. 7 down, 18 remaining in this Group B feature. We're back underway. Garrett Alberson's going to throw it in at turn number 2. Up the track. Oh, man, contact, heavy contact. 58 and 97. And the Coleman Farms Racing caution is out. Heavy damage on both the 97 and the 58. Wow. We'll stop him coming out of turn number 2, but wow. You see the 97 back there in 58. Hayden Cowan involved in 14. They just backed into the 58 car. I believe that's the 28B of Carson Brown. Insult to injury on that car. Everybody is okay, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Word from the track, Garrett Alberson climbing from his car, and it's heavily damaged. You can see down there.
Yeah, Garrett Alberson is climbing from the race car, got his helmet off. Talking to Lucas Oil Series officials here, yeah, just a ton of damage to the 58 of Garrett Alberson. Both right side tires are down on the 58 machine, and a multitude of other issues for the Roberts Motorsports Longhorn chassis. They're going to get it on the hook, and man, you hate to see it. A big aggressive move there to try to take the lead on the restart. Him and Dillard get together out of turn number 2, and it was just calamity from there. Everybody else trying to take evasive action, not to make contact with the 2 cars that were battling for the lead. Garrett Alberson, only his 3rd trip here to the Batesville Motor Speedway for the Topless 100 in that Roberts Motorsports number 58. And this one, they're going to have to go to the backup car for tomorrow night.
As we've said before, there's really not a backup car. Both cars are prepared when they come out of the race shop equally. And we'll see what happened on this Dave Warren Power Sports replay. Battle for the lead out of turn number 2 as we start lap 8. You see the 58-97. And they're lucky that nobody flipped. Hard contact there. And you see Dalton Wilson involved, the 28B, the 14 of Cowan also involved there. So Garrett Alberson, who comes into this race tied with Brandon Shepard, who won the first feature tonight. Looks like he will not be in that top 16. If he was, he could go to a backup car and not be penalized, because you do that on the second of a 2-day race here. Yes, Wesley, down to you.
Hey, we've caught up with Las Cruces, New Mexico's Garrett Alberson. As Garrett, take us through that from your vantage point, that restart. You got a great run going in on 1 and 2, and then contact with the 97.
Yeah, I'm not really sure there. I know Cade's mad. We've had our run-ins. I got a hell of a run down that front straightaway. I got an excellent start, and I didn't even see him. Like, by the time we got to turn 1, I didn't even see him no more. So I just eased my way out there, and I mean, heck, he hit me in the left here, so I must have gone by him. You know, I'm just trying to use the speed that we got to get the lead. The clean air is important here, and I felt really good. I was just trying to bide my time and take care of my tire there, and yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see the replay there. Maybe I screwed it up. I don't know, but I just have to see the replay. Just hate it for my guys. I think that thing's probably junk. So, yeah, it is what it is. Just thanks to our sponsors and stuff for staying with us. I guess I just got to do a better job here.
Garrett, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, Garrett Alberson, the 58 machine out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. Contact there, battling for the lead on the restart, and you hate to see that for that team as he was looking for his first victory here at the Batesville Motor Speedway. Pretty cool to see a Facebook post he made earlier on today. He made a start here in this event in the Childress Motorsports F5, so that was pretty cool. That's a little bit of memory from my child. Glad Garrett is all right.
Yeah, no doubt about it there. As you see up on the hook, and Man, these race cars, they're just so expensive. And you see one right there, Garrett Alberson. Thankfully, he's okay, but hard contact there, and you can make the call if you're at home watching, or, you know, I'm sure Cade and Garrett will take a look at it. And so the 58 car on the hook out of this one. So 7 laps still in the books, as obviously we ran a half a lap and we went under red. Right now, let's take a look again at the Dave Warren Power Sports caution. So Garrett got the run he said, came up the track, and you see the contact there. And again, lucky that neither one of them flipped, especially Garrett Alberson. And you see Dalton Wilson piling into it. Then here comes Cowan, and here comes another car. So again, thankfully everyone's all right. But that Longhorn chassis is not. Down to you.
Do want to mention in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit, we got the 97 of Kate Dillard. I believe maybe a left rear tire down there working on that Longhorn chassis, so your leader is in the hot pit area.
So looks like the helmet is off, and we'll get a word. Let's see if Cade will talk. Yes, Wesley, go ahead.
We'll talk with the 97 here of Cade Dillard. Cade, first off, hard hit there. Are you all right? And what happened from your vantage point?
That Garrett just once again proves how big of an idiot he is. Every time he buckles his helmet on, he tears somebody's stuff up. He got me at Cedar Lake last week, tore up Jake Tim. Every time you see him on the track, he's tearing somebody's stuff up. I'm not going to sit on here and go on a rampage and cuss, nothing like that, but you're tired of racing with idiots like that. Like, you work way too hard to get out here and put yourself in a position to be up front like this. And every time I'm around him, he hits my race car. So I hope they have to send his back to the jig. If he touches me again, I'll total him out again.
Cade Dillard all right after that accident. He retires early here from feature number 2.
All right, good to get both perspectives on that one. So your first and third place cars in this running order are out of this one. So Jimmy Owens will move to the lead. Davenport will now be second. Wilson will now be third. Well, I think Dalton is in the hot pit, so he'll lose his spot. Down to you, Wesley.
I'm about to say Dalton Wilson coming in here. A lot of damage to the right rear quarter panel. They've made some changes, but he is back out on the racetrack.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of changes here after the... Wow, okay, so it'll be Owens, Davenport, and I believe Thornton will be third, then Ebert, then Overton.
Another shredded tire. Looks like the right rear for Dalton Wilson just kind of got a cut in it, and they decided to bring it on into the hot pit area, and they're trying to look for the hole on that Hoosier tire. Dalton Wilson likely getting that from the contact for the battle for the lead.
Well, Overton's back in it because there's only 7 laps scored. He went to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce hot pit with a flat tire, restarted on the back, and now with the carnage of that lap, he will move up a couple of spots, at least 3 spots. So he should be, so it should be Owens, Davenport, Thornton, Ebert, Overton, Moyer Jr., Beard, I don't believe was part of that as well. There you see those 4 right there. And then Moyer Jr. will now be 5th.
You mentioned the 86 of Kyle Beard. What an interesting night for him and has been as well. He cut a tire during qualifying, started the back of his heat race, made up a couple positions, and is right there just outside of the top 5 right now.
Still under caution here. Jimmy Owens right now will inherit the lead. In 7 down, 18 to go here tonight in this second feature at Batesville. So we'll get everybody single file. Again, we got our 3 or 4 missing there in the top 10. Get them in line, and then we'll go Delaware double file. 7 down, 18 to go. So Jimmy Owens, the 3rd all-time winningest driver in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series with 82 victories. 4-time series champion. Currently leads the Hunt Run Super Dirt Series championship points. In that, Bobby and Jessica Kohler, number 20. Davenport again will be second. Thornton will line up beside him if we do the Delaware double file restart. Then Ebert, Overton, Moyer Jr., Beard. Trying to get those figured out, who was involved in that accident. We're going to take another look here at the Dave Warren Power Sports replay. Here's another look at it again. We're just trying to figure out, I think on the replay, who did stop back there. I know Wilson went to the hot pit, so he'll lose his spot. Cowan was also involved. There you see the replay there. There you see Alberson throwing it in on Dillard. Cade did not let out. They get together, and that was pretty vicious right there. Both cars out of the race. See, Wilson there stopped, and then you have Cowan stopped, Brown stopped. And, of course, you go to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit, you go to the tail automatically. Dalton Wilson did that. And watch Brown back in to the 58 car, trying to get untangled from the 14 of Hayden Cowan. You saw Hayden spinning the rear tires there, trying to get off the nose of the 28B. And thankfully, everybody's okay. We'll get them in order. Hey, I want to wish, we usually don't do happy birthday wishes, and we love to all the time, because the reason we don't is because we get one, we get 500. But Lakin, Earl Pearson Jr.'s granddaughter, I don't think she's watching tonight down in Jacksonville. She's watching. So happy birthday to her. All right, we'll see what happens here. Jimmy Owens out in front. He and EPJ, the only 4-time series champions in the 21-year history of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. We're going to go back green. Davenport second, Thornton third, Nutrient Solutions restart zone, 18 to go. Here we go. Out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Owens has the lead right now. Off at turn 4, you have the second and third and fourth all-time winningest drivers of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, running first, second, and third in this race. Out at turn number 2, it's Owens, Davenport, Thornton. Billy Moyer Jr. has climbed to fourth. Driving for his dad tonight, Keith Lawson Motorsports. How about BMJ, the junior high basketball coach? Running well here tonight. Ebert is 5th. 6th is Harris. 7th is Beard. 8th is Colt. 9th is Crickler. Overton back to 10th. Off at turn 4 right there. How about Billy Moyer Jr.? Trying to get a top 5 for the former Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Rookie of the Year. Down the back straightaway. Right now, battle for second. Off at turn 4. Into 1. That's the battle for the lead. Davenport trying to diamond off the corner down the back straightaway. We've got 11 in the books. Jimmy Owens out in front. Davenport, Thornton, your top 3. Dan Ebert to 4th. Off at turn 4, man. Davenport gets a run, but Owens has been tough here tonight. He dominated as he raced. Jonathan Davenport, the current Midwest Shimano points leader, down the back straightaway in 49. His car owners from Batesville, Lance and Darla Landers, down the main straightaway. A good one here in this one. Into 1. Davenport's going to go a lane higher. He'll diamond it off out of turn number 2. Owens leads by about 2 car lengths. Make it 3 into turn 3. Davenport now goes back to the bottom. And Jimmy Owens, something happened to Jimmy Owens. Jimmy Owens, your race leader, in trouble in car number 20. And it might be another right rear tire on the 20, Jimmy Owens, your race leader. Oh, man. 13 laps complete. Looking for his first series win of the year. Battling with Jonathan Davenport. Here is the Coleman Farms Racing replay. Or the Coleman Farms Racing caution and the Dave Warren Power Sports replay. See Davenport, they go into turn number 3. He's about 3-4 car lengths back and ahead into turn number 3. And right there it goes. So Rocket trying to win back-to-back.
They're going to work on this 20 machine of Jimmy Owens. Sorry there, James, as they go back to work on this right rear tire. Another one absolutely shredded. Not sure if he got into something. Jonathan Davenport kind of showed him the top side was there. Looked like Owens was going to give it a go in 3 and 4, and the car coming slow. And yeah, the tire just absolutely shredded. Doesn't look like due to tire wear. Likely gone into some type of debris on the top of the racetrack. They put a new Hoosier on. A little bit of damage to the right rear quarter panel. Nothing they can't pull away from that Hoosier tire. They're getting it buttoned on up. Quick work down here like a NASCAR pit crew for Jimmy Owens. And now Jonathan Davenport will assume the lead.
All right, halfway through this Hellraiser Jack's halfway mark. 13 in the books, 12 to go. So the drivers that have led here tonight are no longer leading as Dillard is out. Owens will have to go to the back of the lead lap, which there's 19 other drivers. Dillard is out. Alberson is out. Branscombe did not start. So Davenport will be the new race leader. He started in 6th. How about Dan Ebert? Good run for him. He'll be 3rd. Thornton will line up 2nd. Clay Harris, Moyer Jr., Culp, Beard, Overton, Krigler, Lawler now your top of lap 10. In 93, here we come. Nutrient X Solutions restart zone with 12 to go. Ricky Thornton Jr. on the bottom. How about the rookie Dan Ebert with the crossover? Dan Ebert, are you serious? Side-by-side battle at 60. He's trying to win one for Rocket. Side-by-side with Thornton. They touched on the front straightaway. 60 at 20 RT, and the Coleman Farms Racing caution is out again, and it's for Corey Lawler.
Extensive left rear damage to the 93 of Corey Lawler as he looks to make his way here into the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit area. Left sides are all up. We'll take a look at the right sides as he heads here to the hot pit. Damage to the right front, some sitting on the tire, right front up, right rear up. Right front, definitely some damage in the suspension there. Right rear quarter panel bent up. They'll go back to work, but no tires down for the 93 of Corey Lawler.
I'm not sure what happened there, if somebody ran into him or he got in the, man. Well, 14 in, we got a lap in, by the way, and it was an exciting lap. Ebert and Thornton, they touched on the front straightaway. Harris is 4th, Beard is 5th, Moyer Jr. is 6th, Overton is 7th, Krigler is 8th, Cowan is 9th, Brown is 10th, Wesley.
Got another driver here in the hot pit area, looks to be Clay Stuckey. And we'll see if he's able to continue. They're going to look at his machine damage to the right front here. Is it on the nose? We're looking to see a little bit of air on the nose. So they're going to try to pull that away as they continue to work on the 93 of Lawler. Left side, a little dented up, but nothing too bad for Clay Stuckey. Kay Dillard down here trying to help out fellow Louisiana driver, telling him here everything is up. Or Hoosier tires should be good to go, and Stuckey going to look to drive away.
Yeah, they were 16th and 17th, Lawler and Stuckey. We'll see the Dave Warren Power Sports replay and what happened on the front straightaway between the 20 RT and the 60. We'll let the whole thing play here. Coming out of turn number 2, Ebert to get a run on RTJ into turn number 3. They go side by side. And watch coming out of 4, Ebert in there. And right there is contact. And then the caution comes out for the 93. Well, Wesley, Mama said there'd be nights like this. If you're a sheet metal guy, and Chris Davis is probably, he wants to see good racing. We all do. And they're running for 50,000 tomorrow night, but I mean wow.
When it's kind of hammered down like this, tempers seem to flare when you reach about 100 degrees for the Topless 100. And keep an eye on Brandon Overton. Yes, he's picked up a couple spots because the driver's headed to the hot bit, but he's on the move.
Well, he may win by default if ever the way it's going. Here we come at the Nutrien Solutions restart zone. 14 down, 11 to go. 20 RT, a good restart on the bottom. That's Clay Harris. How about Clay Harris? He was third at the preliminary at the Show Me 100. Into turn number 3, Harris on the bottom. In 6, or whether that was at the Diamond Nationals. Down the straight, Clay Harris is going to second. Clay Harris has gone to second. Down the back straightaway on Thornton. They get together. Thornton and Harris. Here comes Ebert. They are ganging up on the 20 RT. Right now into turn number 1. 17 complete. Davenport is out in front. Ebert, here comes Kyle Beard. He's up to third. Ricky Thornton Jr. not showing up on the scoring monitor. Right now, Davenport leads. Clay Harris is second, right? Off turn number 4. In 6, Thornton is third. Clay Harris, preliminary night to Diamond Nationals. Ran in third. Right now trying to get to second. That would equal his best career finish. He did that at Ocala last year. Down the main straightaway. 19 down. Thornton apparently either has lost, now it's back on. Thornton is running in third. Ebert, Beard, Colt, Cowan, Brown, Krigler, Stuckey's up to 10th. Right now, Clay Harris, he could end up winning this race. You never know. He's got a good hot rod. Down the back straightaway into 6. He's driving it for all it's worth against one of the best in the business. That is Jonathan Davenport. Clay Harris is about 4 car lengths back. And for the first time in this race, we're going to pick up the tail end of the field. It is 0.8 of a second. They still got 3 laps to go. Clay Harris, that Scott Bailey power plant, that Longhorn, that Wilkerson Farms car. Now Davenport trying to get him boxed in. Here comes Clay Harris. Up top, Davenport, and the Coleman Farms Racing caution is out again, and it's for Moyer Jr. Well, if there was a PSG, that was it right there, and it's gone out the window, but they'll be lined up right there, nose to tail. How about Clay Harris? What a drive for him in heavy traffic for the first time all night. And Billy Moyer Jr. into the Heartbeat on Sus hot pit.
Yeah, another right rear tire down. This one not absolutely shredded, just something kind of started cutting it down, losing air pressure. He's going to go to the hot pit area. Keith Lawson Motorsports. Carl Chevrolet Massey Valley Transportation, number 21. That tells you a car owner who's willing to help out. Keith Lawson taking the jack over here to the 21 machine. Right rear tire is flat for the 21. And Billy Moyer Jr. Limited starts for him. Was up in Illinois last weekend, got a 9th place finish. School started this week. I haven't got to ask him about his basketball teams heading into the season. Steve Norris, the fan, are going to go to work on this machine as well. Try to get the mud plug off of it. Looks like it's kind of latched on there. They're trying to get at least a flathead screwdriver to get it off.
Now, he was driving the Doug Curlis car last weekend. There you have the Hall of Famer, Stevie Norris down there. 22 laps officially in the books. It'll be Davenport, Harris, Thornton, Ebert, Beard. Colt Owens is back to 7th. Cowan is 8th. Brown is 9th. Moyer Jr. was 10th. Now Krigler will be 10th. Yeah, I know.
Looking at the Hoosier tire here of Billy Moyer Jr. A little worn out, but not terribly blistered. Just got, looks like cut in the sidewall here from either contact or debris. Was running in the top 5 before that last caution started to fade a little bit. But how about this field here tonight. Danny Ebert back there in the third or the fourth spot. And Clay Harris, man, he is taking some lumps on the road running second, and he was closing on Jonathan Davenport. That's a phrase we haven't got to say all year.
Yeah, I want to see him run through traffic, but that's not going to happen. 3 to go. It'll be Davenport, Harris, Thornton, your top 3. It'll be a single file restart. Is Clay Harris, can he upset JD here tonight? Can he get around him? Sandwiched between the top 2 and the points is Clay Harris. Between Davenport and Thornton, Ebert 4th, 5th is Kyle Beard back underway. And Clay Harris is going to throw it in on the bottom. Cannot get enough momentum to make it stick. He'll lose his spot maybe. Here comes Thornton on the 20-yard tee. And Ricky Thornton Jr. is going to throw it in. Can he keep it on the racetrack? Clay Harris with the crossover down the main straightaway. Davenport still leads. 2 to go. Clay Harris looking for his best career finish or try to equal it down the back straightaway. Here comes Dan Ebert in 60. 5th remains Beard. Barrett's Performance, 1 lap to go for 49 for his 90th career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The former Topless 100 winner at the home track of his car owners. As he comes out of turn number 4, Jonathan Davenport wins the second 25 lapper tonight. Second is going to be Thornton. Third will be Harris. 4th will be Ebert. 5th will be Timothy Culp. 6th, Kyle Beard. 7th, Jimmy Owens. 8th, Hayden Cowan. 9th, Carson Brown. 10th, Scott Krigler. 11th, Billy Moyer Jr. 12th, Jeff Aiken. 13th, did not finish, Brandon Overton, Dalton Wilson, Chance Mann, Clay Stuckey, Brian Glaze, Chris Wilhite Jr., Corey Lawler, Kate Dillard, Garrett Alberson. To the UNO8 scales to make it official. The top 5 will, and we'll talk to the top 3. And right now, unofficially, he is in the Nutrien Solutions, Dynagrow Seed, ASC Warranty, Mark Martin, Automotive, Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas, Corey Phosphate, the crew chief, Tyler Bragg, Cole Perrine on the crew of the Longhorn Clements for Lance and Darla Landers, Double L Motorsports. A very interesting, no doubt about it, second 25 lapper tonight. Again, we have the modified feature coming up here. And then again tomorrow, don't forget tomorrow afternoon, autograph session for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series drivers tomorrow afternoon. And then we will have 7:15 Central Time. We will begin our Flow Racing broadcast. So Jonathan Davenport off the scales. 90th career win, 7th this year. And he'll set himself up for a good starting spot tomorrow night in the Nutrien Ag Solutions Topless 100 presented by Big River Steel as he comes to the front stretch here in the 49 car. Well, Wesley, that was a wild one. I don't know how else you can explain it, but he comes home with a victory here tonight in the 49 car, Jonathan Davenport.
Yeah, the Blairsville, Georgia driver had to earn that one. You had to think with the troubles that the leader had there for the first half of that race, what could have happened? And we'll ask him about that, see if that was going through his mind at all. But a good points night for the 49, and Jonathan Davenport worked his way through the field, so you said rolled off 6th in the starting lineup. And it's going to be a very special win for him as well. Always a big victory when you win here at Batesville for the Double L Motorsports machine. Give him a second to climb from the race car. How about our race fans for Superman Jonathan Davenport, your winner of feature number 2 on preliminary night of the Topless 100. Let him climb from the car, catch his breath on a hot Friday night here in Locust Grove. JD will get you here in front of the race car. Congratulations, sir. Let's make our way over here if you would. First off, how big is it to win here? I know it means a lot to you. You got the Topless 100 victory a couple years ago for Lance, and then tonight you get the victory. Tomorrow night you're looking for $50K, but you got so many people here cheering you on.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we did a special paint scheme for my good buddy and our partner, Steve Martin with Nutrien Ag Solutions. So just a little something different for them. You know, they help with this event also, and they've been a big stepping stone in my career and definitely helped me in Lance Landers Motorsports a whole lot. But yeah, this is awesome. Hey, Darla, she's watching back home. Wish she could be here and get your picture made, but just thanks to Lance and, everybody that helps here. And, he's got friends and family here, so it's definitely awesome to get a win.
Is it in the back of your mind there when you see the chaos in front of you, the Alberson and Dillard thing happen, then Owens cuts a tire when you're kind of trying to catch him there in the middle stages of that race? Do you think, are my Hoosiers going to hold up? Is something going to happen? Is lap traffic going to wreck in front of me?
Yeah, no doubt. I didn't know if leading was for the right spot to be. I hope Garrett's okay. That was pretty wild. All I could see was the top of his car, and I was hoping he wasn't going to flip back over the top of Cade there, so we just all kind of checked up, and I'm sure it was chaos behind us. But yeah, just hope everybody's okay there. I don't really know what happened there. I was on the bottom, so I really couldn't see. But anyway, just thankful for my guys. They've been working really hard all week. We've been on the road for 6 weeks, and came home this week or back to the shop, and they completely rebuilt like 2 or 3 race cars, and then got Jared's car ready, and with the help of Gavin also. So it's a big team effort here at Lance Leonard's Motorsports. But just got to thank Nutrient Ag Solutions, Dino Grow Seed, ASC Warranty. Definitely got to thank them. They're right here in Arkansas too. So Clements engine ran great after qualifying. Anyway, we had to go out here and pack the track and didn't know it. We killed a set of plugs there, so I went out there and really didn't run very well. Only turned like 81, 8200 in qualifying, but we still laid down a decent lap to get us towards the front. But I knew in the heat race, obviously we was way better, and in the feature we got a pretty good setup here. So just you got to make it through these whoop-de-doos and tabletops and everything else down this front straightaway, and just try to manage through there, and then roll around the bottom or the top the rest of the track. It actually widened out pretty good, a little bit more than I thought it would. There was still a lot of traction on the bottom, and it built a pretty good lip around the top, but it was just starting to get pushed off the ledge there. So maybe it won't be quite as wet for the start of the race tomorrow. We had to put 30 tear-offs on to go 25 laps, so and that's never good. But anyway, just thanks to my guys. Thanks for everybody coming out. Say hello to everybody watching back home, Blaine, Rachel, and I have no idea what they just said. But anyway, thanks to everybody coming out. We'll see you tomorrow.
Superman Jonathan Davenport, your winner of feature number 2 here tonight. We'll talk to second and third momentarily.
Want to correct one thing, Wesley. The top 7 remain the same. Davenport, Thornton, Harris, Ebert, Culp, Beard, Owens. Then Brandon Overton will finish 8th. Dalton Wilson 9th. Hayden Cowan 10th. As we got the scoring updated here, those will be your top 10 here tonight. Back down to you.
Climbing over the wall, talking here to second place finisher Ricky Thornton Jr. RT, you had a great battle there with the 6 car. You had to battle way through the field. Do you think you had anything for Jonathan Davenport had you had another restart?
Definitely not. That last restart, or a couple before the end, I told my guys I wasn't even going to try to race JD. Just glad Garrett and everybody was okay there on the back straightaway. I feel like you're going so fast here that a little mistake, I didn't get to see what happened. I just saw Alberson way up in the air and about upside down. So just glad everyone was safe there. Got a little bit of work to do. Got to thank everyone at Kohler Motorsports. They're working hard. We'll access our little bit of damage and just kind of see how we end up for tomorrow. I feel like we got a lot to go to catch the Rocket 1. So I don't know. I got to thank Knights Companies, Clements at Racing Engines, Midwest Sheet Metal. It's nice to have Chris here. He ain't been at the races in a while, so. Capital Waste, Ultimate Towing, Elite Ready Mix, Certified Inspection, Hoker Trucking. There's so many people that help us get up and down the road, and hopefully this mod race is pretty good.
The modifieds have been something you've been good at here at the Batesville Motor Speedway, but the late model has kind of eluded you. What's it going to take to get that first Topless 100 victory tomorrow night when you stretch it out to 100 laps?
I don't know. I feel like we got a few prelim wins, but I think our best shot was last year at the Topless. We were really good, and track was just way different this year. So I gotta make the right adjustments and don't do a bad job in the seat. Feel like I kind of let my guys down in the heat race there. I got a bad start and cost me a position. Kind of did the same thing in the feature. So driver just got to get better.
Ricky Thornton Jr. second place here tonight in feature number 2. We'll talk to your third place finisher here momentarily. We're here for your third place finisher, Clay Harris. Clay, to say the road has been, rough for you, to say for this year has been a little bit of an understatement, but your team showed a lot of speed, a track you're not really used to here at the Batesville Motor Speedway, but that 6 was hooked up tonight.
Yeah, well, I thought our night was going downhill early on. We got behind in qualifying, and I kind of did some stupid stuff to the car and it upset it. So, come from 16th to 2nd to 3rd, I'm happy with it.
Let's talk about all the great people that help you out on this one, help you get up and down the road.
Yeah, first off, I'd like to thank Mr. Wilkerson. He does a lot for me, so I really appreciate him and his whole family. Ron DeBow with Universal Cabling Systems, Impact Electric, Nunright Construction, my mom and dad, all my crew, Chad, Josh, Cameron, they're all working hard, and we're getting this thing faster and faster every time we hit the racetrack. But also Brian with Hoosier Tire South, Boswell Oil, National Fragile Exo Foundation, and everybody that helps me out.
Clay Harris comes home third in feature number 2 here tonight. He will likely lock his way into the Topless 100s tomorrow night for 100 laps as the Modifieds on the Speedway for their feature event.
Yeah, great job, Wesley. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. The Modifieds will be coming in next. It's only that race would have stayed green. We'll see what Clay Harris, not saying he was going to pass Jonathan Davenport, but he was right there in heavy traffic. But he comes home in third again. Dan Ebert fourth, Colt fifth, Beard sixth, Owen seventh, Overton eighth, Wilson ninth, 10th, Hayden Cowan. Then Carson Brown, Corey Lawler, Scott Krigler, Brian Glaze, Chance Mann, Chris Wilhite Jr., and in a couple of more, all 25 laps scored. So there you have it for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Again, an autograph session tomorrow afternoon. We have the Modifieds coming up. Brother Bill on the call. That was a wild 25. The first 25 lapper was kind of, Shepherd dominated that, right? So, but this one here, that was, Mama said there'd be nights like that one and that one. And fortunately, thankfully, everybody's okay.
All right, we're going to close out night number 1 of the Lucas Oil Late Models Topless 100 here on Friday night with an IMCA modified feature race. Good lineup of cars tonight on a Friday night here in Batesville. Glad to have all the late model and modified drivers here and all the fans. Our modified feature race tonight brought to you by Heat Transfer Solutions out of Duncan, Oklahoma. On the pole tonight, the 31M out of Batesville, Arkansas. That's Travis Mosley. He'll start alongside Quitman, Arkansas's Brent Hartwig. The second row will be the 72, Carson Wyatt out of Brooklyn, Arkansas, and Garrett Taylor from Jacksonville, Arkansas on the 27. The third row from right here in Batesville, Arkansas, it's Adam Maple in the 37, and Hot Springs, Arkansas's Tyson Kinney in the 428. The fourth row, the 6, Dylan Knight, coming over from Burleson, Tennessee, starts alongside Benton, Arkansas's Jared Landers in the number 10. The fifth row, the number 2, JT Pierce from Wilson, Arkansas, and the 7W GRT Race Cars, Wesley Wise from Perryville, Arkansas. The sixth row, the 60, Justin Jarrett out of Maynard, Arkansas, starting beside Floral, Arkansas's Brandon Smith in the 115. The seventh row, Grayson Moore from Jonesboro, Arkansas in the 7, and the X2 MJR out of Caulfield, Missouri, that's Cole Murphy. The eighth row from Sallisaw, Oklahoma, it's Raymond Merrill in the 12, and the 9JR, Spencer Hartwick in the Max Shear Trucking car out of Quitman, Arkansas. The ninth row should be the 56 of Hunter Alls out of Jonesboro, and the 10R, Rick Ingalls from Mount Pleasant, Arkansas. And it's a Batesville final row. In the 10th row, we should have the 6, Wendell Wallace out of Batesville, Arkansas, and Seth Salter, also from Batesville, in the 87. That's our lineup for tonight's modified feature race right here at Batesville, brought to you by Heat Transfer Solutions of Duncan, Oklahoma. Once again, one more time around, Travis Mosley in 31, Brent Hartwick in the 9, 72 Carson Wyeth, 27 Garrett Taylor, the 37 Adam Maple, the 428 Tyson Kinney, the 6 Dylan Knight, Jared Landers in the 10, the 2 JT Pierce, the 7W Wesley Wise, the 60 Justin Jarrett, the 115 Brandon Smith, the 7 Grayson Moore, the 2M of Cole Murphy, the 12 Raymond Merrill, the 9 JR Spencer Hartwick, Rick Ingalls in the 10, Hunter Alls in the 56, the 6 Wendell Wallace, and the 87 will be Seth Salter. Once again, our Heat Transfer Solutions feature race brought to you by a fine company out of Duncan, Oklahoma. We appreciate them coming on board this weekend for this Topless 100 weekend here at Batesville Motor Speedway. Night number 1, IMCA modified feature race getting ready to go as we get ready to go green flag racing off turn number 4. Field bunching up. Once again, our cars bringing us down to the green flag. Travis Mosley